Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Franchise Pearson, and welcome again to my channel. It is Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, December 7th of 2025, 10:46 in the a.m. Let me get this out the way first. I kept having dreams about 88 last night. I said last night, I kept having dreams in relation to 88 last night. You know Donald Trump's number is 88022. If something goes down today, I will fill in the blank as to why and the connection, because it's blowing my mind. What I can tell you is this, people, everything is revolving around 88, but even he is the puppet. And let me say this as well. While the media and the powers are pushing this alleged sexapade, okay? You've heard about it. Skip Bayless accuses of sexual harassment. Jason Whitlock and Marcellus Wiley blow the lid off of Joy Taylor. Joy Taylor will never recover from this. All in the media, that's all you got. I'm not involved. Shannon Sharp says he has nothing to do with Joy Taylor. Skip Bayless lawsuit. People, every now and then I would do what I call crap videos to do the discernment part, to do it in relation to the 5 C's. Maybe I should take my second channel and just do nothing but TMZ type stories. Just don't get sleazy. Because as I react to what the person said about me in an email the other day, and I finally emailed the person back today, and I told them, don't you ever email me again about what I do. What am I saying? Let's keep it in context, people. There is something going on in America and the world way beyond this so-called alleged sexapade. So let me get back to my major point. When America got nothing else to do to keep you occupied, looking at something else, look here, look there. One of the 5 things that I mentioned back in the day, I believe it's 5. One of the 5 major things they do is sex, sex, sex. You know it and I know it. If you've been alive, if you've done the media for a few years, whether you're a media junkie or not, you know sex sells. And now you got these alleged allegations in the sports world, how this woman allegedly slept her way to the top. Well, you have to ask yourself, why is this going on now? Because allegedly it's a distraction. And you have to ask yourself, from what? I'm going to show you what I think the distraction is from. You are at the right moment in watching my video. And I applaud everyone who rolls with me because, see, God just built me a certain way. I see things a certain way. My spiritual antennas go up like, okay, look at what they're pointing at. What is it that they're not pointing at? Let's go into this thing. I'm going to feature about 3 or 4 minutes from a video I did a few days ago. Oh my God, our Carter and Biden architects of the golden age. People, 2 days from now, they're going to be burying Jimmy Carter. And I said to you that Jimmy Carter and Joe Biden, they were propped up to give us a package and deliver the New World Order into the hands of Donald J. Trump. Now, I got to build on this. You got to be patient. And I promise you, this is going to blow your mind. Let me build it up first.
And these two men are the most integral parts, the setup men, if you will, the setup administrations that now are handing this thing to the higher powers. You see, America had to be discounted. We had to be beat up on. Men against women, children against the parents, high unemployment off and on, stagflation through Jimmy Carter, as well as the unannounced stagflation from Joe Biden. And like I said yesterday, the first day that Joe Biden got in office, what did he do? Went to Wisconsin, turned off the spigot to the pipeline. Do your Google search and watch the video I just did. Can you imagine that? I digress. But these two men, I'm going to show you through the numbers. They set us up. And I'm not going to celebrate them. It's your choice what you want to do. But I'm not celebrating them. I'm going to inform you. Because I lived through the generation. God knows what he's doing. And if you pay attention, you can understand how he does things to his glory. Jesus is going to work this out. So, this is a photograph of them back in the day.
Are colon cleanses good for you?
Now, here's Joe's birthday, November 20th, 1942. Here's Jimmy Carter's birthday, October 1st, 1924. If you take 1/20, 1977, Jimmy Carter became president, and 1/20, 2021, Biden became president. The difference is 44 years. That's the system of things. That's allegedly the Antichrist, Barack Obama. You see, he was the 44th president. This ain't no accident, people. I'm telling you, I'm not celebrating these people. And I'm going to show you why. A lot of this has to do with the Antichrist and Trump. And you'll see. So what I'm saying is that allegedly they designed even his final days, Jimmy Carter's days, in relation to Donald J. Trump. And guess what? They're going to do the same thing around his life. The numbers are going to scream. These people are the New World Order setup. It started, in my humble opinion, it started accelerating during this man's administration. And now we're here. That's right.
Now check this out. As you guys can tell from the title, if I make it the title, this is about, in part, those mysterious letters that were issued when Papa George Bush was laid to rest. The question currently is Donald Trump going to Jimmy Carter's funeral? Listen to what he said.
Do you plan to go to President Carter's funeral?
I'll be there. We were invited.
Have you spoken with any Carter family members?
I'd rather not say.
So he's going. I believe he's in Mar-a-Lago right now, but having meetings. What was the defining moment in this man's life? They might not let me show this video, so I'm just going to show you this title. Speeches that define a presidency and that. They might take this out for copyright. I'm just letting you know. I tried to put this out, but listen to what he got to say.
Is more than one small country. It is a big idea, a new world order, where diverse nations are drawn together in common cause to achieve the universal aspirations of mankind, peace and security, freedom, and the rule of law.
And so I say we must clean the house of white America of racism. Americans who are in the white majority should be proud to stand up and be heard denouncing the sort of racist rhetoric we heard on that tape, so loudly and clearly denouncing it that our black fellow citizens can hear us. White racism may be black people's burden, but it's white people's problem. We must clean our house.
Now, we started out with New World Order. Then we go with Bubba in relation to racism. Part of the New World Order to get us there is to, of course, touch on every ill that faces America, including racism. It sounds so good, don't it? What if I told you the powers are the ones that fuel the racism and the division and the sexism and kids against their parents now? And what if I told you the New World Order as well was and is an inspiring dream by the globalists since the inception of our country in 1776? Now, why am I putting this all together? You're going to see. December 5th was George Herbert Walker Bush's funeral. December 5th. December 5th. And remember, we have a funeral of Jimmy Carter in 2 days. Feel this moment as Melania and Donald J. Trump walk through the day of the funeral of Papa Bush. All an act. It was all an act. And of course, Jimmy Carter was there. And this is, if I am not mistaken, the last time all these presidents were together. And isn't it ironic? They're going to all be together again, it appears, this time at his funeral. Now watch this here. The day of the mysterious envelope. Jimmy Carter got an envelope. This man and his wife got an envelope. The current sitting president. Watch this. Just watch this. Hillary Clinton. See the envelope fall out? Look at that. Who is that? Hillary Clinton, Jimmy Carter, Vice President, right there. Hillary gonna open up her brochure, envelope's gonna fall out, watch. She's reading it. She's reading it. You're like, what's going on, right? Oh boy. Everybody wanted to know, what's in the envelope? Look at Jill. Look at Jill. Everybody looking at their itinerary. Look at that. I got an envelope. What's really going on here? Let's go down the row. We have the Vice President. He gets one. All these people, right? All these dignitaries. Obama gets one. He looks over, playing it off, right? Everybody's getting an envelope. And watch this. Everybody remembers this part. The casket goes by. Jeb Bush. Watch this. The casket goes by. Watch him. Laura Bush is gonna show him the envelope. Watch his reaction. Watch his face. What was in the envelope, people? We have a similar situation. That's why I'm doing the video. This is the last time a president was laid to rest. Am I right? And arguably the majority of the presidents, former presidents, will be at Jimmy Carter's funeral. Okay. Look at the date. Papa Bush laid to rest, 12/5/2018. This is the day that Jimmy Carter been laid to rest, 1/9/2025. What's the difference? 6 years, 1 month, and 4 days. Are you screaming it right about now? And like I said, this is for the guy who emailed me asking me how come I don't have the big views. This is why, young man. Because if people could put this connection together like God gave me this morning, maybe they would start to think and see enough of my videos over the years to say, wait a minute, this young man he's stumbling upon something, or he's touched by God, but whatever it is, these numbers keep coming out. What is 614? That's his birthday. And if I'm not mistaken, put in the chat, he didn't get an envelope. Hello? Hello? Yeah. He said he going to the funeral of Jimmy Carter. Mm-hmm. And the day that he went to Jimmy Carter's funeral, he walks in, right? There he is. Did Donald J. Trump get an envelope? What they say back in the 90s? I don't think so. Don't y'all find that quite interesting? Why I had a dream this morning about 88. 88, Pearson. So yeah. The day of Papa Bush's funeral, the day they let him to rest. God bless his soul. Right? 12/5/2018 versus the day that they're going to lay former President Jimmy Carter to rest. 1/9/2025. The difference is 6 years, 1 month, 14 days, 614. And what is 614, people? A coincidence, right? Yeah. 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 What are they saying to us? It's a big game, people. Let's listen to something. Former President George Herbert Bush sends apology letter to Donald Trump. Why? Because he couldn't make it to the inauguration. Okay? So listen.
Morning, President-elect Trump is tweeting well wishes to President George H.W. Bush and his wife Barbara. They are both in a Houston hospital this morning. The senior Bush is in the intensive care unit and is said to be responding well to treatment. He was admitted for shortness of breath and had a procedure to help him breathe easier. Mrs. Bush was admitted to the hospital yesterday for precaution for fatigue and coughing. The president is 92. Mrs. Bush is 91. And more than a week ago, the Bushes sent a letter to President-elect Trump apologizing for not being able to attend the inauguration. The former president adding that he and Barbara Bush decided to stay home because of their health and their advanced age. And Mr. Trump.
Take a look at that date. January 10th of 2017. January 10th. The inauguration was coming up January 20th of 2017. If you take January 10th of 2018, a year after the letter was written, apologizing that they couldn't come because of health issues, subtract that date from 12/5/2018. What is 12/5/2018? That's the day that all the envelopes were passed out and George Herbert Walker Bush was laid to rest. The difference is 47 weeks. Come on, man. Look, just share the video as much as you can. Those who will know. Those who don't, it's okay. Just share the video. It's just simple. June 10th, 2018, a year after the letter was written that I can't come to the inauguration. A year later, verses 12/5. The day the man who wrote the letter was laid to rest on 12/5. The difference is exactly 47 weeks. And who's the 47th president now? Trump. It's deep. So we go from the mysterious letters to the mysterious box. And why did Trump give Melania? Why did Trump and Melania give the Obamas a box? 12/5/2018, the day that they laid George Herbert Walker Bush to rest, versus 1/20/2017, the day that Trump had inauguration and gave the Tiffany blue box to the Obamas. The difference is 2222. Oh yeah. And you know what 222222 is, right? Or just 222. You know what that is. Look at it. So even though the Obamas got a letter, come on now, they playing games. Is Obama really the one behind all of this? But look what 222 means. And let's go further. 12/5/2024, the anniversary that George Herbert Walker Bush was laid to rest, versus 1/20/2025, inauguration day of Trump. The difference is 46 days. And what is 46? Well, JFK, George Floyd, George Orwell, Joe Biden's son, Beau Biden, they all became unalive at 46 years old. People, I'm going to stop the video. There was much more I could have shown you, but it's getting late. Because I got some thinking to do. Why did I dream about 88 last night? Thank God for the revelation he gave me about this. But I'm sure there's something much more deeper. Because the question is, what does the envelope represent, right? Because if you take 12/5/2018, the literal date that George Bush was laid to rest, the day that they were all together, all the former presidents, and Trump didn't get an envelope, and subtracted from 1/9/2025, the day that they laid Jimmy Carter to rest, it comes out to Trump's birthday. Does the letter mean the golden age? What happened through him? If I was a wild guess, if I had a wild guess and a betting man, I would say yeah. Because Trump didn't get an envelope, people. He did not get an envelope. And when he came in, was it not an all eyes on me moment like Tupac said? Think about it. I want you to understand the logic. I'm going to run the tape. Watch this again. He was the last one to come in. The last major presidential dignitary to walk in. Wrap your mind around it. Obama was already seated, right? Clinton was already seated. Jimmy Carter was already seated. Joe Biden was already seated. I don't know when the Bushes came in, maybe afterwards, but he might have been the last major one to come in, but it was an all eyes on me moment. A King of Kings and Lord of Lords, and he did not get an envelope. And even if George Bush Jr. did come in after him, I already showed you that what happened. The Bushes got an envelope as well. That makes it very, very, very interesting. Walks in. He gave out the envelope. Or did he? He ain't got no itinerary. Everybody else got an itinerary. Think about it. He don't have no itinerary. Everybody else got itinerary. He don't have nothing. I believe it was a speaking without speaking moment. So and the odds are, and there he makes the sign right there. Allegedly, the pyramid. Oh, that's deep. Thank you, Holy Spirit. What do you think this means? 12/5/18 laid to rest. 1/9/2025, Jimmy Carter comes out to Trump. Did the letter say in so many words, King of Kings and Lord of Lords? Wow. It's deep, y'all. Thank you, Jesus, for the gift. I pray for you guys in all facets of your life, financially, health, psychologically, for your community, for your homes. And I pray you guys have beautiful, loving relationships. We'll talk soon. Remember, if you want to help the channel, just type in Friendshot Blue, click on my photograph, then hit more. I have Zelle, Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, and PayPal. I also have a P.O. box. You can mail a love offering. If you can't, just pray for me. It's rough, people. But I get by with what I got to get by on. And like I said, who knows? My second channel, maybe I'll just do all gossip, since that's the criticism I'm getting. If you do the gossip, Pearson, you can make some money. I'm not sure. You see, because they know how I am. And I'm paying the price for exposing stuff like I exposed today. God bless.